We do.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Today's innovation talk is about this maritime innovation bootcamp that we organized in Ålesund in October. 4 days, big happening with participants from all 3 campuses, from Ålesund, Trondheim, and Gjøvik. My name is Seth. I'm quite new in NTNU. I work as an innovation manager at the Department of Ocean Operation and Civil Engineering, called IHB, here in Ålesund. And I was given the responsibility to arrange this bootcamp in Ålesund on behalf of Alenka and the faculty. So with advice and support from Alenka and Mara, and also Lisa in Gjøvik, we started to plan for this bootcamp. And my background is actually not much academic. I have my an industry background, working 15 years in Vard, here in Ålesund. So I came last year to NTNU from a position as Vice President Business Development in Vard. But I've always been very involved and engaged in how to cooperate between private and public sector, and worked with projects and activities for many years. So I think this is very interesting in that respect as well, the bootcamp that we built here. With me today, I also have the key asset at the university, a student. Please, Ole, can you give a short introduction to yourself?
Yes. So my name is Ole Rognes, and I'm a student at NTNU in Ålesund. I study shipping management, and I'm currently at my 2nd year. So I'm also quite new at NTNU, I would say, even though I will soon be halfway through my bachelor's degree. And I was chosen to be the project manager on behalf of START-Ålesund, the student organization.
Thank you, Ole. And the agenda and how we built up this presentation is that we want to talk a bit about what is an innovation bootcamp, and what kind of concept did we actually build here, and what is the key learning, and also based on the feedback that we got from the student participants. What did we learn, and how can we build on this learning? What's next? Should we have more bootcamps? How can we utilize this experience further? And I know that Gjøvik is given the big challenge to arrange a similar event next year with people from all 3 campuses. And hopefully we can have some feedback and discussion after we've been going through these slides. So it's something for all of you to reflect on. What is your thinking? How can we or you utilize this bootcamp methodology from your perspectives? So first of all, what is an innovation bootcamp? We really had to Google it ourselves when we started off here. So just to present the definition, we say that innovation bootcamp is a custom-built innovation training to provide teams with frameworks, skills, and mentorship necessary to rapidly identify and advance new business concepts. So it's really a way of working to come up with new concepts. But we need method, we need methodology, we need good case, and of course we need people, teams, skills. So we need quite a lot of things here to build a bootcamp concept. So to be more specific, the purpose of this bootcamp was, first of all, to connect students closer to industry through bootcamp as an educational method, meaning that we want to provide students with learning in solving practical problems from industry based on a practical case. We want to provide students with relevant academic input, how to solve problems and work with innovation. Here the methodology comes into play. And we want to build relations between students and our industry and ecosystem around us. And then, of course, here we also want to establish relationships between students from different academic environments across campuses in Trondheim, Gjøvik, and Ålesund. And we also want to challenge their ability to work in diverse teams. And actually that last point became very important for us, we saw, and we will come back on that. So telling something about the concept and how this started off. We had the idea from Alenka. And one of the first things we saw is that we need student-driven activity. We need this to be student-driven to become a success. So we had a lot of discussion here in Ålesund, how involve students. And we concluded that we wanted to invite START-Ålesund into this project. They are a good student organization focusing on entrepreneurship, and they are also present in all our 3 campuses. So they actually have a network to build on, and that can also be useful for Gjøvik and Trondheim when they will arrange. So trying to establish this network across involving START, we found as a good way. Then we needed companies, and we discussed with the students which companies should we choose. And they came up with ideas. They came up with Sionix as a forward-thinking smaller company in Ålesund, actually a subsidiary of VARD. And I had a background in VARD, so I knew these companies very well, and it was easy for me to connect and have a good cooperation and also cooperate, coming up with a good case. So we defined a real case together with them that were important for the society. And there the offshore wind case came into play. Then we needed to promote this. We come a bit back to that. And we had to recruit 30 students from the 3 campuses and motivate them to work on the issue. We allocated these students into 10 groups, so 3 people per group. And we made a 4-day program with intense learning and case solving here in Ålesund, with method and tools from design thinking, with resources from companies and from NTNU, available as speakers and mentors. And we also had company visits to VARD and Sionix as part of the program. And then finally, we made a big event the last day with final presentation by the groups and quite attractive awards organized by START. So this was the concept. And then something about how we organized ourselves. And maybe you will want to say something about your side of the project and what START did.
Yes, so START has actually had a similar concept before, just a lot smaller. So we knew we had some experience. However, I was completely new to this, and I found out that I need a project group that wasn't that big, as a small project group that really could feel ownership to this project. So this is why we found out we wanted to ask Håkon, Even, and Erika if they wanted to join, and they would. So we had big help from the project team, and this was very important. And the START side of this was more practical arrangements with the invitations and PR communications, and as it says, logistics and everything with the hotel and food and transports. So and other stuff. So it was quite a lot to plan, and yeah, it was a lot to discuss, and we're happy about the project, but it was hard at times.
It was you had all the interactions with the students. So when it came to a lot of details regarding transport and logistics.
And we found out that to promote a concept like this was actually a lot harder than we first thought. To tell people about how good this concept really is. in a few seconds that you have their attention was so hard. And in the beginning, we struggled to get participants actually. And so it turns out marketing is actually really hard. And luckily we had good resources in NTNU with among this Eliane, which is an expert in this field. So this was a big help. But yeah, we struggled a bit about this, but in the end we managed to get quite a few applications, and we're really happy about this. And everything with the transportation it's a big puzzle. But we had good resources, and we managed.
Very good, Ole. So that was the start side, and then we had some on the NTNU side as well. So we put up a core team from our department, including some professors that also had roles here, giving academic input, helping us. And then I was in the lead, and I also got help from Irina that have some experience from arranging smaller boot camps here from earlier, and Mohammed, a PhD that has experience being a participant as boot camps in other universities, and also helping a lot out on methodology and templates and tools and so on. So we took kind of responsibility for the theoretical arrangement here, also including the interaction with companies, discussion about the case and the tasks, and also how we select the participants. I think we got around 60 applicants, and that we choose around 30 of them. Yeah. And just to show you the list, that it's quite extensive number of people involved, and this is the list of people involved during the 4 days only from NTNU and companies. So if you count this list, it's 26 names that should be coordinated throughout these days. So it's quite extensive work when it comes to coordination and management. Yeah, about the offshore wind case, maybe you will want to say something about that.
Yeah, well, it was important for us that we had a case that was relevant to the real business world, and so the participants would really get a taste of what it's like. And we wanted the participants to leave the bootcamp feeling they really learned something. So that's why we spoke with Vard and Xeonix, who really is experts on this field, and they would put up one case with 3 tasks, where the groups would choose one of the 3 tasks to work on and to solve as they would propose on the Saturday night.
Yeah.
So here we can see the tasks. I'm not sure how much we're going to speak about this.
No, I don't think we have time to go into it,
no.
But yeah.
Yeah. This is the key criteria that the groups were evaluated by the jury.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be realistic within a few years, and yeah, something that the companies could actually use.
And then we gave them some input regarding the presentation, that they should have this final evening with 4 minutes to convince.
Yeah. And they got a crash course by again Eliane, who is an expert in this field. So I think the participants really appreciated this.
Yeah. Could we spend some more minutes, Alenka? Is that fine? Yeah. Okay. Good. This is just to show you the main design thinking methodology that we used, the double diamond. So this was, I think, quite useful for the participants, that we follow this day by day, step by step. having the first day with a lot of insight into the industry and the issues related to offshore wind. And then they had to focus, they had to choose one of the tasks, and they had to start to create and come up with a new concept that they finally should present this last day. Yeah. So just to show you this intense program day by day. So I think it was quite, they told us it was quite intense, but also fun, I think, I believe. So the key learning, we made a survey and sent out to the students. So first of all, we asked them about rating overall impression of the bootcamp with a rating from 1 to 10. And the average they gave us was 8.8, which is quite good. And half of them, I think, gave 10. Wasn't that right, Ole?
Yeah.
So they were very happy.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, very happy with it. And then we asked them different questions. For instance, about offshore wind case. How did they like that we had a case in offshore wind? And they gave 9.1 in average score. So also very high score on that. And a bit more detail, we asked, what about the 3 tasks within offshore wind? And then there were different meanings, but 7.8, still quite high. Some of them meant that it was quite similar, the different tasks, and they kind of mixed into each other. And so it was, maybe something to learn from. But when it comes to the case and the task, it was actually defined by Vard. Vard that had this detailed writing about it. So maybe we can learn from that we should involve a bit better from NTNU side also when we define and write out the particular tasks. Yeah, about the diversity, and this was really interesting and maybe a surprise for us, because when we saw the participants, we saw that actually they were from 14 different nationalities from all over the world, and that was so fun. And we had not imagined that. And when we put up the groups, we tried to max the diversity, we said. We tried to max it, to test how is it to work in a real diverse team with different backgrounds, different nationalities, mixing the genders, mixing age, mixing the disciplines. And I think we succeeded. We got good feedback on that. Average score. Did your work group work well with diversity? And 8.1 was the score. Some groups had some experience, maybe some tough things, some frustration, but I think in the end they saw the value of it. And then about the Lego case, maybe you want to tell that story, Ole. What did we do the first evening?
Well, the first evening we had Vilmar Asøy from NTNU come to us, and he arranged this Lego project. So when the participants came, everyone was a bit shy, maybe. But this was the Lego case was a contest where you were supposed to be the shipyard, and you were going to build a ship. And this was a contest on time and quality, and it really got the heat up, and it in the end created a good atmosphere. So throughout this contest, the participants had to talk to each other, to get to know each other, and after the Lego case, we went to Molo to have a burger and just see the transformation from everyone being shy a few hours earlier to how the atmosphere was when we ate dinner together was incredible. So this was really a great thing to have to kick off the whole bootcamp. And it's important for the groups to get to know each other already the first night. So, and you can see the score, the average score was 9.1 out of 10. So this is really something we will recommend to to the ones in Gjøvik who will have the bootcamp next year.
And what we also can say, Ole, was that the result here from this competition that Vilmar actually has been running in 20 years for different engineering students, it was all-time high. So the students that came here was really, really good students. Maybe also a surprise for us that, okay, the target group here were really, really serious, ambitious students. So we really had to step up everyone when we realized that. It's, yeah. Methods. We asked about how if they found the methodology useful, and also pretty high score, 8.1. Maybe not that long time to use the methodology fully, but I think they found it useful. And we also had a mini seminar, first part of this bootcamp to get the good insight into the offshore wind industry, and then we gathered good resources, both from Equinor, from Sionix, from VARD, from Offshore Simulator Center, an average score 8.7 for that. And we were out, company visits. We had to touch and feel an offshore wind vessel. So then we went to VARD Brattvåg that just had got a vessel in from the hull from Romania, came in 2 days before. So it was good timing for us to get on board and get some more insight into what is an offshore wind vessel. So they liked it pretty much, these trips out, 8.6. And then we had mentors, 8.1, a lot of mentors. This was, it seemed actually a bit chaotic sometimes with all these mentors, but we tried to divide it and had a structure on it. And we also got some feedback that some groups felt that the mentors guided the groups in the same direction. So that may be something we should think about for later. Yeah. And we gave them some communication training to prepare for this 4 minutes to convince. And they also liked that pretty much, 8.4. And we asked about the facilities, so they liked that. We had different facilities throughout the days, some internal in NTNU, some external. And we got very high score here as well on the use of facilities, 9.2. Yeah, and here's some photo from the final presentation and awards. This was at an hotel in Ålesund. Maybe you will tell more about the awards, Ole, here, winning team.
Yeah. Well, this was, I think this was one of the things that made us have a lot of applications, because the prize for the winners was a helicopter ride over the Alps of Sunnmøre. I guess the English word is. So this was, as you can see in the picture to the right, the winner team, and also since there were 5 seats, I managed to get a seat as well. And to the right, in the right picture, you can see Håkon, which from the project team, who also got a seat. So this was a really great experience, and the winners were so happy about having this helicopter ride. So this was to have a prize like this is something I would recommend to the Gjøvik group as well. And for the team who got the second place, they received an iPad, which the team on the second place also were very happy about. And for the third place, we had this technology package from Power with a speaker and a camera and some other stuff. So the level on these prizes were really high, and I think this created a big will to win this competition, and made everyone very serious about their case working.
And about the promotion, because that we should also pay some attention on it, that this kind of event will potentially give a lot of promotion. So we tried when we contacted some media houses around and got here in Ålesund at least good publicity before and after the bootcamp. And we got Skipsrevyen. I think that was due to Vard, the connection to Vard, that they want to make this as a big news in the national Skipsrevyen. And then, of course, the social media, LinkedIn posts, has also a lot of effect building reputation.
Yeah. This is just a few examples. So
yeah.
Several articles in the newspapers and so many more LinkedIn posts from Vard, from Ciamix, from participants, from us in the project group, from NTNU. So I think on the external promotion part, we did really well.
Yeah, and of course we got a lot of improvements. We asked for improvements by the participants. I don't think we had time to go through it, but it's a lot about, some want more time and working better with mentors. Something about communication, information, different things that we can have a look at for the next one. So in summary, our key learning, the concept was well received, positive feedback, both overall and on the different elements of the programs. The concept we built actually attracted what we can call the best talents across campuses, and with people from all over the world. It's a good method to come up with new ideas. It was very good concepts actually that were presented in the end, and working in diverse teams, that was appreciated. We can improve on internal processes. That's maybe something that we feel more, Ole and myself, and then maybe others that were participants. But we in how we organize, how we divide roles, routines, put up the team in a very good way, ensure commitment, full commitment from people involved, and find the right balance between what is student-driven, what is driven by NTNU. And about communication and marketing, we can also improve a lot. Also across the 3 campuses, maybe have clearer lines, clear dedication from all 3 campuses on the communication and marketing side. And also when we now know that it was really a good concept, we built with good concepts from the groups, what can be the potential way forward for those? And of course, we get into issues like IP rights and so on. So we followed up the groups with an email after the bootcamp, telling them about potential ways forward for them with NTNU discovery, with some, Also, if they want to share presentation and concepts with the companies, it's up to them. It's not up to us. It's kind of their work. So what's next? Gjøvik is next out. And NTNU, Ålesund, we want to look into doing more bootcamps, using that method more, maybe across departments here in our campus. So no, Alenka, we spent all the time going through the slides, but any questions?
Thank you very much for this very amazing experience which you succeeded to show us. I am sure that there are some comments, of course, people who don't have time can go out, but otherwise we can wait for a little bit more for the comments.